Yes, people, what's good? What's going on? Listen, we are back again. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to We Football. As always, your boy Magnificent, Magnifico, whatever you want to call it in it. So listen, hope you hit the likes, people. Hope you hit the subscription button. As always, we've reached our target 600. We on the road to reaching 700 subscribers. So listen, man's hustling. We climbing the ladder like we're gonna retrieve the money in the bank and all of that. So listen, yeah, hit the likes, hit the subscription button, and yeah, let's just get into it. There's a lot to talk about. So I feel like we need to discuss Manchester United's problem, because I'm sure we are all aware that we were playing in the preseason. I know we won the trophy, and some United fans are gonna be shameless and that. Listen, I'm not gonna be in their way if they want to be shameless, them ones. But I'm here to discuss about a midfield problem, them ones, because I'm sure we can all agree that after we've all, after we've watched that game, we can all, come to the conclusion of we really need a midfielder right now. We can all come, wake up to the senses of we need a midfielder, the ones. But there's a lot of, errors that I would like to point out in this video. So listen, people, buckle up, because I've got something for you. I got something for you. So first and foremost, people, I would like to start with the flipping captain. The ones. I would like to start with the captain, Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, the player that somehow rejected, I don't know, 700k a week in it. That's what we were told. A player that rejected 700k a week when Al Hilal was still interested in him. And listen, he's here now. And when I told man that Bruno Fernandes is a net negative in this system, man didn't want to hear it. And here we are. He's a net negative in this manager system. Bruno, he can't play as a fucking midfielder in this system, bro. That's what I've just realized. Because we can't put him in the 10. And listen, he's a waste man in that 8 role. Yeah? He loses the ball too much. Yeah? This is what I've been telling, man. This is what I've been telling, man. Bruno, Bruno can't play as a 10. Let's just start off by there. We already had two tens. We have two tens in Mbumo and Cunha. I know he was playing as a striker, but Mbumo ain't gonna be playing as a striker come the Premier League, because if we're gonna get that Sesko thing wrapped up with, Sesko's gonna be our number 9. That means Mbumo and Cunha are gonna be our two tens, which that's how it's supposed to be. If man was trying to see Bruno, we needed to see Bruno in the 8. But now we saw Bruno in the 8 and it didn't work. It didn't work out, people. It was absolutely diabolical to watch Bruno in the 8 position. I won't even lie. He was losing the possession too much in that game. It was absolutely atrocious, bro. I just can't believe that we are stuck with Bruno Fernandes, knowingly that a team would have offered us flipping 120 million for this player, and he's still in our football club. Amorim, Scamorim, Haramorim. This guy was the one that was busy. Oh, we need to keep Bruno. We need to keep Bruno. Now, how the fuck are we gonna use Bruno having two tens? Yeah, because definitely we need another 8. We need a midfielder, because Bruno can't play as a midfielder. He can't. He can't play as a midfielder. Yeah, because listen, in that 8 role, he's absolutely diabolical, bro. He was losing possession, all of that. Yeah, and we all know. You see, when it comes to that 8 role, like you gotta have a high IQ when it comes to that position. You gotta have massive IQ. Bruno doesn't have nothing. He doesn't have IQ. Yeah, he doesn't know what to do with the ball when the pressure's on. Yeah, we need players that can flip in. How can I put it? Retaliate when they have the ball in that position right there. This is why I was looking at baleba. This is why I was looking at wharton. All them players right there. Because I know them players can carry the ball well, and they can fucking find a solution when they are in trouble. Bruno can't find a solution when he's in trouble. He loses the ball, bro. He has nothing on this game, bro, apart from penalties and scoring pendulu goals, bro. And man are all gassed. Yeah? Man are doing a Jacob Fatu, bruv. All gas, no breaks, bruv. If they see Bruno Fernandes, bruv. And it's one of them ones where I told man this was about to happen, bro. I told man that we shouldn't be going in this season with Bruno Fernandes, bro. Bruno needed to leave. This is why, yeah, I'm sounding like I hate Bruno. And I don't hate Bruno. It's like, yo, we need to move on. We needed to move on. We needed to move on, away from Bruno. The fact that he's here in this football club is absolutely diabolical, bro. I know certain Bruno stands won't want to be hearing this, but bro, you see, football ain't about, scoring goals, yeah, visualizing a player scoring goals and all that. It's about his all-round game. Bruno's position, he is a 10, innit? We signed Bruno as a 10. That didn't work out because he can't play as a 10. You know them ones. He can't play as a 10. As much as these United fans are going to be saying, oh, he's a creator. Oh, he offers more attackingly. Listen, he doesn't offer nothing. He doesn't offer nothing attackingly, bro. Yeah? He doesn't even create. Because we all know that Bruno loves goals. He doesn't create. I know the man are going to be like, oh, here's a couple of assists. Listen, Bruno doesn't create. That's facts. He doesn't create. You know them ones. So it's one of them ones where like Bruno needed to leave. He's a net negative in this, manager system. He's a negative. He needed to go. ASAP, bruv. And about it. Bruno needed to go. And man can say I'm hating, man can say this, that. Bro, we all saw the same thing on Monday. We all saw that Bruno can't play as an 8. We need an 8. Douglas Luiz can fit that position perfectly, by the way, people. This is why I'm dying to get Douglas Luiz in this football club. If we get Douglas Luiz in this football club, listen, man's gonna be cooking something special. Because I can't even lie. As from what I've seen, Bruno needs to come off the bench, bruv. Yeah? He needs to come off the bench. The fact that we didn't even take the cash that Al Hilal were offering. Listen, I can blame Manchester United. You know them ones. I can fucking blame them, man. Because listen, when Al Hilal came with their offer, them man needed to let Bruno know that now you done. We taking the cash in it. You move to Al Hilal. Yeah? You move to Al Hilal. Because I can't even lie. This guy is awful. Yeah? He's awful. Ban all the goals he scored. Ban all the pens he takes. Listen, he's trashing it. He can't fit in anywhere in this system. He can't. The problem is he scores goals, and these non-football fans are gonna be like, oh, he scores goals, that means he needs to play. Without flipping thinking that, brother, we need an 8. We have 2 10s. This guy ain't it when it comes to those positions. But now these men are blindsided by goals. It's goals, 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 goals. Bruno scores, Bruno scores. You man realize if Bruno, yeah, is attacking as an 8, that leaves us vulnerable for a flipping goal. Do you man realize that? If Bruno attacks while playing as an 8, it leaves mad space in the midfield. It leaves mad space in the midfield because Bruno wants to play as a fucking 10, bruv. And that doesn't work. That doesn't work. This is why I told man, Bruno needed to leave. He needed to go. He needed to go. Like, it is what it is. He needed to leave. You know them ones. We need a midfield in that 8 role. Douglas Luiz can, do the job perfectly. He's mad resilient as well. You know the one. Douglas Luiz can do that job perfectly. He knows how to get himself out of danger as well. Yeah? He can fucking create. We all fond of flipping Douglas Luiz's game in the Prem. So we all know that Douglas Luiz is that guy. You know the ones. If Manchester United can flip and get Douglas Luiz, that's a calm signing. Because I can't even lie. We need a midfielder. We need a midfielder. Because Bruno in that 8 role ain't it. Ugarte as well. He's trash. Ugarte is trash, but I'm not going to be going in too deep with Ugarte because we have Casemiro. Another player that I've been telling man about. Casemiro. The player that man we're trying to phase out. Casemiro, yeah. You see Cas is going to take Ugarte's spot because Ugarte, I don't care. He's crap. Yeah? So if we can have a pivot of Ugarte, if we can have a pivot of flipping Casemiro and flipping Douglas Luiz, that pivot is cold. 2 10s ahead of them. 2 10s are ahead of him as well. Mansa Kunyambumu. Sesko up front. What? Amadino at right wing back. Listen, we're cooking. We're cooking. What are we doing here? We're cooking something special. But we can't be forcing no Bruno in the 8th role while knowingly that he likes to attack and leaving us vulnerable and shit. Like, we can't be doing that. Especially with Ugarte and Bruno. That pivot is, listen, it's disgusting, innit? That pivot is atrocious. We can't be going into the first game of the season against Arsenal with that pivot right there. I need a pivot of Casemiro and flipping Douglas Luiz. That's the pivot I need. Yeah? And this, listen, I want to go into amorim as well. Bruv. What is the fucking idea of playing Kobe Mainu as a fucking DM, blood? Like, what are we trying to do there? What are we trying to do? Playing Kobe Mainu as a flipping DM, bruv. What are we trying to do? Brother, my man basically made an interview talking about he likes scoring goals. Talking about he thrives as an attacker. Yeah? Because Kobe Mainu, actually, he was playing as a striker. Flipping Ten Hag, that flipping bold fraud, made his flipping decisions of making Kobe Mainu a fucking DM, bro. We all know that if Kobe Mainu plays as a 10, he thrives. He fucking thrives. So why the flipping hell does Ruben Scammering puts him in the fucking DM, bro? It doesn't fucking make no sense. Why is he playing DM? Why is Kobe Mainu playing DM, bruv? Knowingly that, bro, he's good as a 10. You're gonna put him in DM. For what? For what? So that he can flip in, match your own system that you came in to, input in this football club. That's fucking crazy. Kobe Mainu is a fucking 10, bruv. Yeah? He's an attacking midfielder. If you can't classify Kobe Mainu, if you watch Kobe Mainu and you can't classify him as an attacking player, you are done, bruv. Yeah? You don't know what you're watching in this sport. You don't know ball, bruv. Yeah? These are all these mutants, yeah, that always play FIFA, yeah? They take FIFA and they put it into real life. Talking about how Kobe Mainu can be used as an 8 or it can be used as a 6. Brother, Kobe is an attacking midfielder. Period. I don't want to be seeing him in a DM, bruv. It is what it is. I don't want to be seeing no Kobe Mainu as a fucking DM, bruv. Listen, like, nah, we done with that, innit? We are done with fucking that, bruv. Yeah? But for all I care about, the midfield is fucking shaky. We need to fix up a little bit. I'm impressed with the, attackingly, with the forwards that we have. I'm impressed with the, defensive line that we have. Yeah. Still kind of frustrated about the goalkeeper scenario. I know Tom Heaton is doing his thing in the preseason, but listen, I don't want to be going into the first game of the Premier League season with fucking Tom Heaton in goal winning. And I fucking need that result against Arsenal. Yeah. There's nothing more satisfying that, that's gonna be achieved than beating Arsenal in the first game of the season, just to settle their hopes of the league in it. And I can't even lie, we need a new goalkeeper. We need a midfielder. And this manager was talking about he's good with midfielders. Listen, we're not good with midfielders. We need a new midfielder, and we need it ASAP. You know the ones, because listen, we've played 4 games in preseason, and yeah, the other one I wasn't even watching it, but man was saying, "Oh, he's cooking." What I saw yesterday, he wasn't cooking shit. Yeah, he wasn't cooking shit. This manager is gonna be lucky, if he gets to December, and that's just facts. That's just fact. He's gonna be lucky. You know the ones. But yeah, people, if you've made it this far, I hope you like this video. I hope you comment down below. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know what you're thinking. Yeah, I hope you comment down below. Hope you hit the subscription button. Hope you, do your thing as always. It's your boy Magnifico Wui Football. As always, we're climbing the ladder. We're going to retrieve the money in the bank briefcase. It's rolled to 1K. But you know what? Let's get to 700. We're taking it step by step. So listen, hit the subscription button as always, people. And I'm out. Peace.